One summer day, many years ago, as I sat in my yard enjoying the sunshine, I was entertained by a bumblebee, peacefully gathering pollen from the clover blossoms. He was soft and fuzzy, and his humming was comforting. I used to be afraid of bees, having been traumatized at the age of 4 when a bumblebee got in my clothes and stung my rear end. That bee apparently had felt threatened and was defending herself, just as people do whenever we feel threatened. And I dare say we humans overreact more often than bees do. But now, as I watched this peaceful little one busily pollinating the clover in my yard, it occurred to me that he was no threat. It was a male, by the way, there are ways to tell the difference, was simply doing what bees do for a living. I moved close and marveled at his softness, his whirring, transparent wings, his gentle buzzing, and my world changed. In quiet awe, it came to me that this creature may have a different kind of body and brain from mine, but his essence was no different. His life was of equal importance, and he had an equal right to go about his life unharmed and to be respected and valued. This creature was my brother. Now I understood the true meaning of the Lakota people's way of describing all living things as all our relations. If a person has differently colored skin from yours, or speaks a different language, or has different needs from yours, would it mean that they have less value, or should have fewer rights, or that you can dominate them, or that you can neglect or ignore them? Of course not. And what if they have fur? What if they have scales, 4 legs, or long ears? Our brothers and sisters come in all forms. Some look different, behave differently, are differently abled, are differently bodied. But as Bill Staines so aptly wrote in his famous song, "We all have a place in the choir. We are all family." Why is it that we humans relate to each other in such a way that even when there is no obvious difference between two people, we will find one, such as in eye color, which has unbelievably been used as a cause for discrimination in some cultures? And in South Africa during apartheid, if you did not have freckles, you were by law considered not white, and therefore, in that place and time, had fewer rights. Is there any hope that we, who are prone to having such ridiculous attitudes, will ever treat beings of other species any better than we treat our fellow humans? It's been said that you can learn most of what you need to know about a person from the way they treat animals. I certainly hope we have it in us to learn to treat all people and all other creatures with kindness and respect. How can we live with ourselves if we don't? We may think of animals as less intelligent and able than ourselves, but I wouldn't be surprised if dogs and cats think we're a bit pathetic because we can't smell or hear well by their standards. Eagles and vultures might laugh at our poor eyesight. Whales might wonder why we don't understand their complex language well. Dolphins and seals may scoff at our inability to navigate underwater as well as they do using their natural sonar. And all of them probably are much better at what we call extrasensory perception, and probably are far more adept at body language. And they probably have more inherent instincts than we, but it's rather doubtful that they judge us at all. We have so much to learn from them. Do animals love? Well, we could ask do humans love? If you love someone, what exactly do you love? It would be rare for someone to love another who did not add some value to their life. Human love is seldom unconditional, but animals don't ask, "Why are you wearing that?" Or, "Why don't you get a better job?" Or, "Why did you let yourself go?" No, they just love us as we are, warts and all. If you hear the cries of a giraffe mother whose baby has been taken from her, or witness how a chimpanzee will revisit the site of her son's disappearance year after year as the troop makes its annual migrations, or if you've seen how a herd of elephants does a ritual around the body of a dead member, or watched a bear pull a drowning kitten from a pool and turn it loose, you may see that the idea is absurd that humans are the only creatures capable of emotion and compassion. The idea that recognizing their emotions is anthropomorphism is, I believe, mistaken. Anthropomorphism is assigning traits to an animal that are exclusively human. Emotion, pain, and compassion are not traits that humans own exclusively, but I dare say that judgment is. We are just sharing this planet. How we treat animals and how we regard them is a testament to what kind of beings we are. And since every creature has a place in Earth's complex ecosystems, whatever we do to any creature, we do to ourselves. How can we not see the beautiful soul in a mouse? How can we not see that an unmet need for basic food and shelter causes suffering? How can we even have favorites, as in, I like furry cuddlers, but not bumblebees, when they are all living beings that value their own lives as much as we value ours? All the creatures of the world have something to contribute to you, sometimes in very personal and touching ways, and sometimes in unseen ways, just by their existence. Let us today open our eyes and become brothers and sisters to all living beings. Let us become their champions, their heroes. Open your heart to all creatures. Love all beings absolutely, and they will enrich your life beyond measure. May it be so.